Hey guys, I want to do a quick little video on how to get started hunting on a budget. So the first three things I want to talk about is how you're going to hunt. Whether you use a hang-on stand, a climber, or hunting on the ground. Now, either one of those is fine. I hunt on the ground from time to time. I personally don't like a climber. That would be at the bottom of my list, but everybody's different. And then there's the hang-on. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the hang-on, and that's the one that I highly recommend getting started with. And the reason being is with a hang-on, you're going to have to get a set of sticks. And the sticks you can use if you decide to get into saddle hunting to help you get up the tree. And so that's the reason why I would choose a hang-on. That way, later down the road, if you decide, you know, you didn't like the climber, you didn't like the blind you bought, and you wanted to do a saddle, then you're going to have to spend, you know, $400 or $500 on a saddle setup plus the $100 on the sticks. You can get a relatively cheap hang-on from Academy for about $70, and it's real comfortable. I've got a video on it on my YouTube channel. You can go watch it. And it's a really great hang-on stand. I've used it for about 2 years, I guess. And so that's one option, is to get a hang-on and a set of sticks. And you'll be in that for about $170, and you'd be ready to hunt. Besides getting you what you're going to hunt with. Now a climber, I think they're around $100 at Academy. You can also check online. Look on Marketplace or pawn shops or anything like that, depending on what your budget is. But you can get them for about $100 at Academy. And then ground hunting. Ground hunting, you don't necessarily have to go out and buy a ground blind. You can make your own ground blind in your hunting spot. You can pile up some brush and little things like that to help keep you concealed from getting busted. But you also can get a ground blind. They're about $100, $70, something like that. You can catch them on sale. You might be able to get one a little cheaper, and then get you a little seat, a little fold-out seat from Walmart for $10. So that's my three options on that. And now the next thing you got to worry about is whether you're going to use a compound bow or a crossbow. Now, if you're thinking about hunting and it's not even close to season, I would say go ahead and just do the compound bow. Give yourself time to practice, get used to it. You can get into one of those for about $300. You can get them on eBay, Bass Pro. Check your local archery shop. They may have some low-end bows. And once you get your compound bow, you'll have to get a release. This is my release that I actually use. I bought this at Bass Pro for $20. Mine's not the Velcro, it is the buckle kind. I like this a lot better than the Velcro. And I'll probably end up sticking with this type of release. I don't know the brand on it. I suggest go ahead and getting two. That'd be $40, just in case one breaks. That way, if you're out there in the woods, you're not, you know, having to pack up and go home because your release broke. Then your next thing would be your arrows and your broadheads. Now, let's talk about broadheads. I use the Allen broadhead chisel tip. I don't know if you can see the tip on it. I've never used the pointed tips. I don't know how good they are, but I do know these chisel tips, they're really good, and they fly about like your practice tips do. Had a brain fart for a second. They fly about like your practice tips. There's not much adjusting to your sight that you would have to do, if any. And then you can get some relatively cheap arrows at Walmart, probably $5 a piece. They may even have some cheap packs where you can get them by the dozen. So that would be all you'd need for your compound bow. You'd also have to take it to an archery shop or Bass Pro. I highly suggest taking it to an archery shop though. Let them set your draw weight, your draw length, and they'll let you know what size arrows you need, what length they need to be. And then in your broadheads, you can use 100 grain or 120 grain. I use 100 grains. And then next would be your crossbow. If you decide to go do a crossbow instead, you can get a crossbow for about $300 at Academy. Check eBay as well, Marketplace, maybe get you a used one depending on what your budget is on that. A crossbow would be kind of like maybe you decided you wanted to start hunting at the last minute and season's really close, because there's not really much practicing you would have to do. I don't like the scopes that the crossbows come with. When I used mine, or when I had mine, I put a red dot on it, and those are really good sights to put on a crossbow. Once you get it sighted in at 30-40 yards, you're good to go. You don't have to mess with it no more. Also on the crossbow, you can use the Allen chisel tip broadheads, and then you just get you a cheap pack of bolts. You get them at Walmart as well. The next thing you'll need is a hunting backpack. This one I bought at Academy for about $10-$20 a few years ago. It's been a good backpack. It's Magilligan, and that's really all you'd need to carry your stuff in as far as that goes. You can also get rattle bags at Walmart, pretty cheap. I think I paid $10 for that, and of course a little grunt call if you want a grunt call. Those are relatively cheap. I think I paid $20 for this one, but they've got some that's about $10. The next thing I would suggest, if you're going to use a hang-on or a climber, just buy you a roll of this paracord, couple bucks. Put you a carabiner. You can tie a carabiner on the end of it. That's why I keep one on my hunting pack. Tie it on there. You can hook it to your bow. You can hook it to your backpack, whatever you need to hoist up the tree. And that's really all you need. You just need to figure out if you want to use a climber, hang on, get you a backpack, get you some hunting clothes. You can get those at Walmart or Academy. The Academy keeps them pretty cheap. You might even be able to talk to a buddy, maybe get some hand-me-downs, or pay him a little to nothing for some hunting clothes, and just get you a cheap pair of hunting boots. Early season, I suggest get snake boots. Bass Pro, Academy, all those carry them. A low-end brand, pretty cheap. I think I paid $50 for mine back I think beginning of last year or so. And that's about it. That's all you need. If you decide you want to do like a trail camera, you can get one of those at Walmart. This is a Tasco from Walmart. It's the cheaper version Tasco. I think they're around $20-$30, something like that. If you decide to get a trail camera, get you one of these. It's an SD card reader. I got this one because I can actually hook it into my phone, whether it's iPhone or Android, and you download the app, you put your SD card in this, and it'll pull the pictures up right then. You don't have to go home and put it in a computer. They've got some handheld devices as well, but this is a cheaper option for that. So yeah, that's really all you have to worry about. Hunting can get kind of expensive and overwhelming sometimes with all the gear that comes out, and I'm not knocking any of the expensive brands, by no means. All of it's great. I actually have some of my stuff in my arsenal of things. Some of it's high end, some of it is low end stuff. But you can get started probably, I'd say $800 or less, and you'd be in the woods hunting this season. I hope this video helps somebody. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks.